time for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
When we finally kiss goodnight.
Good night, how I hate going out.
Welcome to the Early Morning Sunday Show, the Christmas edition, where not only are we celebrating the season, but we're going to be showing, let's see, I got some experimental rock, there's some jazz, there's some real good blues, garage rock, Zamrock. Yeah, that might be. Oh, Psych. That was a really cool one. So yeah, it's going to be a fun-filled video with some really cool stuff. But not only that, celebrating the Christmas season. I'll figure out how I'm going to do that yet, but it's going to be great. It's more than just an ugly sweater, folks. Merry Christmas. Almost. All right. We going to be heading to, we're celebrating our Christmas. We're all, my whole family, my kids and grandkids, we're heading to Nebraska. And we're going to celebrate with my mother, 95, still in her house. Two of my two sisters are going to be there. One's not married. One's bringing in her daughters and another grandkid. So it's going to be a very, very full house. And my two brothers, I don't believe, are going to make it. So that's fine. We don't got enough room for them anyway, so forget it. But I'm looking forward to this. You know, right now, when your mother gets 95, I can still really doing very, very well, but you never know. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, otherwise, it's been a good season. But we had, you know, the other day we had 100-mile-an-hour winds. Not right here, but up in the mountains. Over 100 mile an hour they were clocking in. Now, if they hit, and during the night, you could just, they finally hit us. They came through, and wow, it just sounded like the roof was going to come off. Knocked down 2 of my snowmen. Wow. Anyways, it's been, I was out in shorts and t-shirt, doing frisbee golf the other day. Can't beat that, man. It's just, it has been unseasonably warm, about 20 degrees warmer than usual. But I'm not complaining. Yay, winter. So, okay, getting spoiled, that's where it happened. Let's begin. I had this come in. DJ Trish sent this absolutely beautiful card. It's really nice. Thank you for another great year of cool videos and vinyl. May the Vinyl Angels bless you. And she sent me her mix, her Christmas mix, which is quite shiny and fancy. And I really appreciate these. You know, I've said it on other Christmases. I used to have 200-300 Christmas CDs that I would play in the vehicle. And but, you know, you lost them all. So I have a few now, but not many. So, like on this long trip, it's 8 hours to get to Omaha. We'll be playing. I have a number of Trish's Christmas CDs. And that's what we'll be doing. So, you know, you got 6 bits. I don't know who that is. A Fred Astaire, but, you know, that's Trish Fight's the most obscure artist. We do have Herb Alpert on here. That's cool. The Cables, Panhavi Steel Drum Band, a Canadian Brass, Peggy Lee, Rick Red Foley, just some jazz, Duke Ellington. Really nice. Thank you, Trish. Excellent. Looking forward to it. And I know my kids are. Actually, I'm driving our vehicle. We're taking, my oldest son, Paul, is and Michelle are coming up. And then my younger son, Eric and Kim, they're taking the grandkids, making a 2-day journey because they're pretty young. It's going to be their biggest car ride. It could be hell for them. And Art, my buddy Art, down in North Carolina, sent me a wonderful card. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Art, very much. That's a cool looking card. And yes, hope your heart's at least 3 sizes happier. Oh, man. The Art and Colleen, thank you. And Jack. Must be the dog. Perfect. Very, very nice. In the mail today, I just had another item come in, so I just throw that in there. To my friend Rocky, huge thank you. These are Rocky lives in Chicago, but he used to be in New York during the 70s and the 60s. So he was there during a very, very vibrant scene, music scene. And he sent me this lovely book. Again, this has, which I always need because my one's almost filled up. So good call, Rocky. Just his wonderful photography. And Rocky's a poet. I do have one of his albums of poetry with a little bit of music, and I have a picture right up there above the cat. That's from Rocky. So he's been a great friend. Thank you very much, Rocky. Appreciate you. Most appreciative. All right, but you want to see now some records, and but first, this. It had been on the roof. So, all right, Christmas lights, right? Gotta have some Christmas lights. And they're going to continue on because we have 12 days of Christmas, so I can do two more of these of Christmas lights. So just enjoy the season. Look, I'm kind of sparkly with my stars there. But we're going to begin. Brand new album came out this year. And it's from an artist I really like, William Tyler. And William Tyler, he played, born in 79 in Nashville. His father was a songwriter. What? A songwriter in Nashville? Say it isn't so. But he played in the group Lamb Chop from 98 to 2010 and Silver Jews from 2006 to 2009. And then he's gone solo. But besides going solo, he has written, but worked with a lot of different people. So, he has been extremely busy. This is a 2-album set, by the way. See if we have any kind of insert on here. We do not. So, that's all you're going to get. But I am a big fan of William Tyler. I've liked his music. And this album, this is his experimental album. This is different. Okay, I was unprepared for this. William Tyler generally writes more pastoral, almost type of albums. Quiet albums, but a lot of great guitar work. This one here, Time Indefinite, is atmospheric, instrumental. It kind of blends guitar with experimental textures, found sounds, and synths. I always like that word, found sounds. What'd you find? I found a sound. Whoa, really? Well, let's put it on the record then. That's kind of cool. So on here, it is just a big departure from that normal, more of a pastoral style. This is a challenging listen. Let's just say that. It's not as accessible as some of his other music. That said, a lot of you just absolutely dig that kind of music. Yeah, man, that's what I need to get into. When I first dropped the needle on the first song, I'm doing something, put it down, starts going, and I was like, oh my God, the needle fell off the record, and it's just down there on my turntable, maybe scratching. It just sounds like that, and I just jump up and I run over to the turntable. Nah. That was actual the record. So, the music is like, oh boy. we're in for something different, that's for sure. So, yeah, that got us started. But it is a mix of ambient and noise music with discordant song structures. Absolutely different. Uh, there is, one song, "Star of Hope." I thought there was it was interesting. You can say that about every one of the songs, and it had a certain beauty to it. But a lot of yeah, they're definitely experimental. There's a lot of tape loops, ambiguous samples. Again, field recordings are in them. A lot of different things are going on. This is a total departure from generally what he does. And so, for those of you that really like something more experimental guitar work, just much more different than normal, I highly recommend this. William Tyler, Time Indefinite. For me, it just was kind of a shocker because I sure wasn't expecting that. But yeah. Now we have a blues album that I ordered on. Well, actually, I ordered something else on Discog, and that's a gentleman down in Colorado Springs, Will. And he then said, I got a blues album, and I don't sell blues at all. I just don't do well. And he says, I got a deal for you. And he sent me, and he gave me a really, really good price. This is Lightning Hopkins, and this is Freeform Pattern. And Warren there made it super cool. I love how he did his name on this thing. Wow. Yeah, this is a hard one to find. Lightning Hopkins Freeform Patterns. But not only that, and so we'll put this in the VCLT category. I'm not going to talk about these today, but I will be mixing them in. He just popped in there The Great Bluesmen, and this is a compilation, 2-album set of a lot of different bluesmen. He threw in a John Lee Hooker Kabuki Wookie. Popped in this Rockin' and Rollin' with Red Tyler and the Gyros, and this is something completely different, very, like late 50s. And this was a really interesting one. He popped in there. Don Bruce, We Are One, international hit, The Supremacy, and out of Africa. And actually, a really nice shape coming out of there. So those he added into that box. So thank you very, very much, Will. This, with the new year coming, I plan to get down there and hopefully get together with Will and get to meet him. So, Lightning Hopkins, though, this album here is Freeform Patterns and came out in 1968. And it just begins with a story, just Lightning Hopkins talking. And you get that on a few different things where he just is like sitting down telling you a story, almost like you're there. This is a white label. It's a DJ promotion copy. Isn't that nice on International Artists? And the vinyl is just pristine. Man, it is beautiful looking. What guys made this interesting is 2 of the members from the 13th Floor Elevators, which by now it's kind of blowing up, played on this. Danny Thomas is the drummer and Duke Davis on bass. So we're bringing in this 13th Floor Elevator influence. Muddy Waters did his, electric album, Howlin' Wolf. This is not the case. This still stays the blues. It still stays true to the blues. He totally steered clear of any 60s psychedelic trapping, though when you look at this, it makes you wonder, right? Oh my God, ooh, this is going to be trippy. It is not. And he was questioned by a reporter just about some of the missed notes that his backing band had done, and he just looked at the reporter and goes, he goes, man, that's the blues. So, okay, well, all right then, that explained it all. But there's this one song on here is called Fox Chase, and on that, man, he's just doing these yips and hoops and stuff like that, kind of like a dog chasing a fox, but doing some howlers, but there's some great guitar work going on that, and yeah, dog song about a dog. Very good album. I really enjoyed this. This is great stuff, and yeah, and the price was just extremely generous. So Lightning Hopkins, Freeform Patterns. Yeah, wonderful blues stuff from the guy that put out 1 billion albums under all kinds of names, Lightning Hopkins. Now, something different. Man, I stumbled upon this one. Wooden Shjips is the name of it. And Shjips as in SHJIPS. Shjips, I guess. Group formed in 2006 in San Francisco. And they have put out 5 LPs. And this is their self-titled one that came out in 2001 on Holy Mountain. Look at that. Doesn't that look like a do-it-yourself label? I don't think I have anything else in here. Besides that, I do not. This is their self-titled album, came out in 2007. And Wooden Shjips. So, music, I would say, inspired some Suicide, Spaceman 3, Velvet Underground, Soft Machine. I think you could find some of all that thrown in here. This is heavy, fuzzed up, reverb-drenched guitars happening. The first song on here, We Ask You to Ride. The vocals they float in and out, and there's just this 3-note bass riff that just keeps happening on there, and this organ drone going on. That just sets you up, and I just thought, whoa, this is very neat. I'm really digging this thing. What was it? Losing Time was one. Very much a Spaceman 3 type vibe happening. It just kind of chugs along with this repetitive beats that are happening. There's a lot of trance-inducing grooves on this album. Hypnotic, heavy, repetitive psychedelic drone rock. And so if you like a little drone in your rock, I think you'd be very happy with this. Very trippy. I need to check out what their other albums that they have done sound like, but this one I really liked. Wooden Shjips, SHJIPS, and self-titled 2007.
Please do not touch the ice sculptures. They are
But keeping with spaceship themes, okay? With being spacey and out there. Greg Folk. Interstellar Fantasy. Greg Folk with Ayu Salawu. Salawu? Not sure. Greg Folk, of course, jazz. We've talked a lot about him this year because I've had a number of Greg Folk albums I've been enjoying. Here we go. There's Greg and Alo. Nice little picture. Interstellar Fantasy. This is a concept album. Now, there's no words or anything, so you're not going to get that. So you're saying, well, Steve, how do we know the concept? How can you tell? Well, on the back, they do give you every song and what is happening. Like the very Interstellar Fantasy, a mysterious call to adventure from a distant star. And that is written in 4 different languages, by the way. So you can practice. Oh, it is in Spanish. Okay. You have Minds of Andromeda, imprisoned and forced to work deep underground. Stasis Loop, escape at last. So they go through what each song is about. The Interstellar Fantasy from Folk came out in 2023. And I said when I did my best of, which I did on Friday, one of Greg Folk's albums was there in the top. He's done these solo albums, but he does so many more with other people. So this is, I would say, kind of like exploration of library music from the 70s and the 80s. It's soft jazz, kind of bordering maybe a little bit on easy listening. It's kind of quiet. There's just a lot of subtle funkiness happening going on in here, and that's a drumming. The drumming really brings it out. Folk is using just a lot of different synths. A lot of them are analog, older synths that he uses to bring in these sounds, and then you just have this drum beat that's happening, and it's really kind of funky. But again, just there's this collection of synths that's being used. It is a journey through space, and it does explain the whole thing. It's just as they're out there, they set off on the voyage, they get captured, they get imprisoned, and they break out, and they meet a lonely robot and become friends. I mean, what more could you have? It's almost like a Christmas type story. It makes you feel good. This is kind of an enjoyable, just sit back and relax journey that you can just float along with. The music will just take you there and go. Quite enjoyable. And Greg Folk changes things up. He's just like this musical genius out there going, let's try this, let's try that. And makes for a lot of pretty cool albums. So Interstellar Fantasy by Greg Folk and Ayo Salawu. Excellent stuff. Brings us to a little garage rock. Dr. Explosion, and we have El Loco Mundo de los Jóvenes, which is the crazy world of the young. And obviously these guys are from Spain, and they just make ugly schoolgirls, but I think that was the point of it. They formed in 1989, and they're still going on. The energy is high energy 60s style garage rock with really raw vocals, and they've put out 8 LPs. This is just fun, good time garage rock. That is what you're going to get out of this thing. Here we go. The label is Dr. Explosion. What a cool name. And there is just, yeah, it's just fun, good time garage rock. It's just packed with energy, and it rocks hard. It's just fun to play. It's fun to play. Loud and fast. It's just a mix of surf and guitar rock. I mean, one of them, Breaking the Wave, is just pure surf rock classic going on. So they like the sound of surf guitar. You're going to hear that throughout the album, but it is just also some wonderful type garage rock. Really nice stuff. You know, you can still get music from Spain at a decent price, and when it comes to shipping, which makes it nice. Um, and so this was fun to pick up. Dr. Explosion. And this one came out in 1994. So one of their, 20 years old. Excellent stuff. Final album is the Zamrock and Ceram Record Store Day. We have Witch. And on this one, they used, we have very purpley. Hey, Barney, I love you, you love me. Was that Barney? My kids used to watch that. I did not like Barney. I did not like him, Sam I Am. Sam I Am, I did not like Barney. But this is... from which is one of the premier Zamrock groups, just one of the best out there. And this is a bunch of their 7-inch singles that put out about the time Lazy Bones came out, which would have been in the mid-70s, I think about 75. You got in here, there's a lot of really kind of funky drumming happening, especially on Talking Universe. Definitely, the drummer is just great on this thing. Really cool stuff. Evil Woman, it deals, comes up when Evil Woman plays, there's just a lot of wah-wah guitar. It's what you expect out of Witch, a lot of wah-wah. But on here, they soften it up, and they have, I would say, probably like Up the Sky is basically a ballad. It's really kind of different. Sweet 16, a very quiet one. So they did change things up some, but you still have some of the heavier Zamrock. And it came out on Record Store Day. You can still find it out there fairly inexpensive. If you want to try, though, if you're thinking, man, I want to try Zamrock, which is a good place to go. And Introduction to is an incredible Zamrock album from which Lazy Bones, of course, is their most famous one. Both of these can be found in reissues, and very easy. I was asked how many Zamrock albums I had, and I looked, and I go, yeah, I got 9 originals and 31 reissues. So I've been pulling them out to do Zamrock. I just have to get the time to sit and listen and really dig into, okay, what's going on with this to talk about it. But yeah, from Record Store Day.
10 on you. Listen, Lord. You're my girl, and I like you, and I need you to stay with me.
It's like the face shape. Ornament. Here.
And that's what we have. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful holiday season. I hope, I wish again to you and your families a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming in always, hanging out with me in my record room. That means a heck of a lot to me. Been a lot of new people that have jumped in and joined the channel. Thank you for that. But I do this just for the pure joy of talking with each and every one of you every Sunday. So thank you. Merry Christmas, a little bit early. We'll wish you a Happy New Year next week. Everyone have a great one. Bye.